Hello and welcome back to Bierkritik. Today we're going to try Pilsner Urquell, or I'm not really sure how to say it. It's Czechoslovakian. It's first brewed in 1842. Let's hope it hasn't been in the bottle that long. But it's the first Pilsner ever made.
It ought to be pretty decent.
We'll see how much they've changed since 1842. Compare it to American Pilsners. I'm gonna have to wait. I didn't tilt the glass. It did, and didn't give you a lot of head, did it? Mine did. I got head.
On beer, unlike in life, I don't like head that much.
It's all good.
Like I said, on beer, not in life. Exact opposite in life.
I got some pretty good head on this one. This is
Quite impressive. Looks like a good, thick, real beer head rather than just the fizzy, bullshit carbonated head that you get on a lot of American beers that's the same as Dr. fucking Pepper.
yeah, pretty nice. Pretty thick, foamy head. Let's give her a shot.
Smells good.
It's good. It's what? Let's see. I don't see an alcohol content.
It didn't grab the top of your throat with that bitter.
Not too bad.
Wow.
4.4 alcohol per volume, but
My new favorite beer is 4.7. It's not the alcohol by volume. Which, of course, is Newcastle Brown Ale.
That was good. I would. You know what that kind of reminds me of? Like Bush.
Yeah, it really does. Or Miller, or really any Pilsner beer. I mean,
Yeah. I would hope so.
the main thing, I'm really surprised with the color of this, especially not being a light beer.
Yeah.
This is almost identical to Miller Lite.
It kind of is. It's just a fuller flavor. In 1842, the Citizens Brewery of Pilsen brewed the first Golden Pilsner and never stopped. We make it in the same way, in the same place, with 100% of our ingredients from the same farming regions and Czech as always. So, you ever wonder where Pilsner came from? Czechoslovakia.
Talking about different styles of beer, here before long we're going to have to try a Marzan. Oktoberfest style. Yeah.
Well, I think we're a little late for that.
I don't give a fuck.
I have to wait till next year. But
one of my favorite beers of all fucking time is Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
Sad Adams. Sad Adams. It's a Sad Adams beer.
Most of what comes...
Is it?
Have you ever tried the Boston Lager? It's a Sad Adams beer.
Sad. Would you like a Sad Adams? No, sir, I want a Sad Adams. Bartender, shut him up. Sadadams.
That is my new slang for the Boston Lager. Fuck you, dude. I mean, this isn't bad. It has a lot more of that bitter thud than I really care for, but
It does.
it's not bad. It's definitely better than Beck's.
But what gets me is that as far as the actual other beer flavors, it's the only thing I'm really getting is bitter, which is the hops.
Yeah.
But as far as the grain isn't really coming through very well. I mean,
No, it's really not. Definitely not one I would buy again, not one I would spend my money on.
no.
But I wouldn't turn it down if somebody offered it to me. Like a Beck's.
Yeah, I'd turn that one down. But this one, yeah, I mean, if it was there, I'd drink it again.
Beck's and almost anything made by Budweiser, with one very stark exception, I turn down. Bud Select 55 is good beer. I wouldn't have guessed it. But last time I went and hung out with my other brother, he proved the point to me. They're good.
I mean, this is good for a history lesson, pretty much. I mean, you get to try the first Pilsner.
Yeah, and I mean, it's, I guess, supposedly Czechoslovakian, which is interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's where Pilsner originally came from, was Pilsen.
Yeah. It is a lot better of a beer than I honestly would have expected to come out of, the USSR, but...
Well, this was before the USSR.
They were still dumb enough to join. The USSR, almost as bad as NATO. Well, not necessarily NATO. The UN. Anyway, like I said, I wouldn't spend my money on it. I wouldn't order it at a bar. If somebody offered me one, I wouldn't turn it down.
Yeah.
It's midway for me.
Yeah, like I said, it reminds me of Bush, which I'm not a big fan of to begin with.
No. But I drank a lot of Bush.
Yeah. Yeah, Bush, Miller, something like that. Just kind of like Miller High Life.
I actually think this is better than High Life.
Better?
This is somewhere between High Life and Light. I like Miller Light. Miller High Life is piss.
I do like Miller Light.
As we discussed before, I personally believe Miller Light is a relatively good beer. Miller High Life is made of sewage treatment plant runoff.
This kind of has that, kind of looks like urine.
More than a little bit.
Fuck it, I'll drink it. Yes, yeah.
I mean, that is sadly close to piss.
If some guy I didn't know handed me this and like, oh, it's a beer, I'd be like, you sure? Smells like a beer. odor resembles beer.
The difference between this and the worst beer we've reviewed on this show yet, which was Beck's, it actually pained me a little bit. I drank a little less than half of that Beck's and dumped the rest out. I couldn't handle it. This, I'll probably finish.
Oh, I'll finish.
You finished the Beck's.
Yeah, because you don't waste a beer.
I couldn't help it. It was turning my stomach.
It was not good.
It caused, that half of Beck's caused just about the worst beer shits of my life.
Me too. Been drinking beer for a while now, and Bex did it. I was, thinking, oh, you're going to get the beer shits, because everyone that drinks beer, you've had the beer shits.
It happens.
It happens. If you want it, if you're concerned that you haven't had the beer shits, drink Bex.
Yeah, if you're a little stopped up, don't even worry about the X-Lax or the Miralax, or drink about half a Bex and wait 12 hours.
That'll do it. It's a sadadams.
Fuck you, fuckface.
Alright, guys. Now that we're done with our sadadams, I guess we'll call it a night.
Wow.
Have a good night, everyone.
Remember, the only people stupid enough to drink and drive voted for Obama. Twice.